Hello, everybody, and I want to talk about the number one business that I would start if I was just getting started. Let's say that I lost everything in 2024. What's the best use of your time this year? So, for those of you that I haven't met yet, my name is Jeremiah Krakowski, and I have built multiple coaching, online course, mentoring businesses to over $10 million a year, and I help mentor beginner coaches on how to do this and how to get started with that. Now, there's a number of different business models that you can start. You could do e-commerce, you could do affiliate marketing, you could do master reseller rights, you could do drop shipping. But what my favorite is online courses and a step further from that, which is online mentoring and coaching. And here's why that is. Number one, you don't need to source a bunch of products from other places, people, things like that are out there. What you can do is you can literally just use a camera like this on your computer or your cell phone and create something that you can sell for $500 to $2,000 that's of value. Now, what would you say would have that much value to be able to sell? Well, if you're solving a problem for somebody, a solution for them that they're looking for. You might be saying, well, Jeremiah, I don't know if I have anything I could solve problems with. I'm going to show you by the end of this video that you actually do have that. But why would I start this right now? Because if you look around, there's a lot of competition. You got YouTube, you got AI, all of this. Why is this the best business to start right now? Well, here's why. Because all these other businesses that are out there actually take way more effort to reach profitability. They take more staff, they're riskier, and more time. And I'm going to give you some examples of this. So e-commerce, you have to ship things out, you have to find the products, and then here's the other thing, because you're not the one making the product yourself, other people can make it as well, or they can find somebody that has the same product, and then now your competition has basically eaten your lunch because they have more money than you. And here's the other thing, is that there are billionaires that are actually buying up companies called roll-up companies that are in the e-commerce space, and it's very, very difficult to make money in that space. Or maybe you want to do Airbnb or something like that. Well, Airbnb is kind of risky because if you don't have renters, you're stuck with the mortgage. If you're doing affiliate marketing, you're selling somebody else's product by taking a portion of it. And so all of these things, again, it's like, well, I don't have to do work. The product's already created there. It sells itself, that type of a thing. A lot of people think that, and I thought that back in the day. You know, when I got started in my own business, I had done a lot of affiliate marketing back in the day. And I thought that this was cool because I didn't have to risk my reputation, create content, put myself out there, and instead I would just be promoting somebody else. Okay? This is the same mindset behind e-commerce. This is the same mindset behind a lot of the different businesses that are out there other than coaching and courses. And the reason why a lot of people also don't do coaching courses is like, well, it's not a real business. Blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you, it's more of a real business than anything else that's out there, because it's going to challenge more of what's inside of you to get things done. Network marketing, again, they can change the compensation plan. People are tired of network marketing opportunities. But the reason why coaches and courses are so good, coaching and courses are so good, is because you are actually solving a problem that somebody has. Somebody has an issue that is not working for them. They're trying to figure something out. There's something that they need help with. And so then what you're able to do is you're able to package that information. Here's the best part about it, is that you can go find that information, bring it together. And listen, I'm not encouraging just like reading a bunch of stuff in a book and then teaching it in a course. If you're going to be teaching marketing courses, if you're going to be teaching sales, have a track record. Be an expert. There's not a lot of people that are out there that can even say that. And I'm actually one of those few people that actually qualifies in that category because I've been doing it for so long successfully. But what you can do is you can take whatever knowledge or skill that you have, experience that you have. And I want you to think about this. There's got to be at least 1,000 people out there. And I know 1,000's a lot of people. Like, it's not a lot of people. But there's got to be, let's say 100 people that They want to learn how to do the thing that you know how to do better than anybody else. And you might say, well, there's people that are better than me. Our brain can come up with 1,001 reasons why we're not good enough, we're not ready yet, and other people are more skilled, and we're going to lose. And so the first thing you got to do is train your brain out of that excuseaholism, that addiction to creating reasons why it's not going to work for you. And I don't mean that to sound offensive, because I was a person that did that for years. I was in this industry for 21 years and made reasons and excuses why I couldn't create content, why I couldn't go sell courses, why I wasn't willing to do certain things because I was worried about how I looked, my reputation, what people would think about me, if I looked good, sounded good, did all the right things, instead of just packaging something, simply selling it, putting myself out there. And I could tell you, if I had started doing this years ago and I actually knew and learned about this, I don't know where I would be today, but I'll tell you it would be exceptional. And I'm in an exceptional place right now. We have a 7-figure business. But I'm talking like, some of y'all might know my mom's story. She actually has generated over $100 million in the coaching and course space. And she got started doing this in business over 30 years ago with e-commerce. And then she transitioned over to network marketing. And then she transitioned over to selling courses and training and all of this. And now she invests in the stock market and is semi-retired. And so again, that's where I'm headed right now in my own trajectory, is to be able to do exactly that. Because this industry, coaching, courses, provides you with an exceptional ability to write your own paycheck. You're not subject to what everybody else says that you are worth or should be worth, or how much, how much money you can make is not dictated by a boss. It's not dictated by an affiliate strategy or how much the market sells stuff for even. I want you to think about that. Because you can sell a course for thousands of dollars that might only take you a few hours to create. Okay? And so that's why in 2024, this is exactly what I would start with as far as a course to create. I don't know if I said 2020 earlier, but anyways, 2024. Living in the past. And so what I want to encourage you is that it's not rocket science to get started. I meet a lot of people where they are struggling to decide, what ideas should I start with? What strategy should I pick with this? And they're overthinking the whole process. When it comes to the technical aspects of it, you can literally record your content either on your phone. You can use an app like OBS right here on your computer. Very simple and easy to use to record content right here. You can even use the camera app on your computer. You can use a platform like thinkific.com to be able to sell your course. You can even use a platform like Systemi.io, which is free, to be able to sell your courses. So there's so many things when it comes to the technology that's out there to get started. And this is one of the things that I mentor people on inside of my coaching program, is what those steps are to take to be able to not just build a course, but actually make money with it. Now, here's the skills that you need to learn. Is you got to stop overthinking the training side of it and the course creation side of it. That's the easiest part of it. Because all you got to do is just press record, create some modules, put it together. It doesn't take a long time. And then you start marketing. You start selling it. You start finding people that want to buy that thing that you're creating. Okay? And so I think that this is one of those strategies that once you can learn how to get a product created, or you even can just map it out, you can use AI tools like ChatGPT to map out ideas for what you want your course to look like. You can go in here, map out an idea for a course on dog grooming, 8 modules. And you don't need to create all 8 modules, but you could literally just use the ideas that come from ChatGPT to create a course and then start recording the lessons that you could do. Take a look at the ideas that it gives you and then pick a few of those ideas and start recording them. Then we go out there and we create an offer. And what is an offer? An offer is something that basically takes what our course is, what our idea is, and we package it in a way that's appealing and attractive to people. And that's what I work with people with inside of my accelerator program, and I'd love to work with you on, is putting their offer together. How do we sell an offer? How do we find the people that are going to buy our offer so that we can start to move the needle forward in our business? You know, one of the things that I find that a lot of people do is that they get so caught up in their head thinking about, well, is this the right thing to do? Am I going on the right path of this? And we're so worried about what everybody thinks about us. You got to get rid of two things: perfectionism and fear of other people's approval or disapproval. And instead, just go out there, do your best, have fun with it. Really, like, that's a strategy right there. It's a legitimate strategy to just have fun with it, to go out there, to see what happens, to see who engages with you when you launch a piece of content or a training or something out there to reach the kind of people that you're looking to reach. And then you can sell to those people, and learning the skill of sales, learning how to communicate in a way that gets people to buy from you. It all comes from your confidence. It comes from how much you believe in the thing that you've created. You know, oftentimes when we're so worried about other people's approval, when we're so worried about them liking us, what they think about us, doing all the right things, and I'm not telling you to do all the wrong things. I'm not telling you to do anything that's bad or immoral or unethical. But we're so concerned with, oh, I'm going to accidentally make a mistake, or I'm going to miss something. And our fear of missing things keeps us locked up in inaction. And so when you can learn to take imperfect action, put something out there, experiment, adopt what's called an experimentation mindset, adopt what's called an alpha release approach, where you're willing to release an idea, even if it's not completed 100%, you're willing to put it out there just to see what happens, just to see who engages with it. When you do this, you will be shocked as to what happens and how many people you attract to you overall. Now, the nitty-gritty pieces of this are actually way simpler than a lot of people make it. You record the content, you put it onto a learning platform, and then you create an offer that attracts those people to you to buy from you. And we can do this either through social media, we can do this through paid advertising, through Facebook ads. And by the way, it's not even expensive if you're using paid advertising if it's making you way more money than you're spending. But you have to learn this one thing, and this is the key: communication. I'm not saying that you don't know how to communicate, or you don't know how to talk, you don't talk good. I'm saying that there's a cadence and a methodology of how we communicate, how we verbalize things, how we string sentences together that creates engagement. It creates buying temperature, which is where somebody feels the desire to make a purchase, and it increases the level of desire that people have. When you're creating an offer with a course, what you got to do is you got to take your course. This is the what that you're selling, and then you attach it to the deepest desire that somebody has, and then you learn to communicate that desire in a way that infectiously inspires them to take action and do something with it. Okay? And this is a process that I mentor my clients on, is how to do this. How do we do this with our marketing? How do we do this with our communication? How do we do this with what we create in our video content, in our advertisements, in our presentations, to be able to do this? You know, a lot of people have this idea that if I just create value, people are going to buy from me. That they're going to become a client because I made all this valuable information. Because it's got so much value, they're going to want to invest into it. Unfortunately, that's not the way it works. You got to learn how to market, sell, and persuade people. Tap into the emotional buying drivers in their mind to get them to take action. You want to attract people to you. Create an attraction methodology that draws people to you, that brings them towards you. Not just because of the value, but what they're going to get from them, and the fact that it's the number one thing that they desire more than anything else. So you figure out, what is the desire that this person has? What is the thing that they want more than anything else? And then you start delivering that to them in every possible way. Now, I'll tell you this. Here's an example as well. What I'm talking about here when it comes to marketing, it's also a strategy for leadership. It's a strategy for how we interact with our friends and our family. And when you do it from an authentic place, not a manipulative place, not a place I'm doing this to get something, but rather to create the best experience and environment for those that are around you. You know, if I, with my wife, create an environment, she's pregnant, she's about 7 months pregnant, and when she wakes up in the morning, the dishes are done and the house is cleaned up, her stress levels are lower. And now our family is thriving, and we're starting to pay off our bills faster, and we're starting to dream for things in the future because we get out of that fight or flight state. And that's one of the biggest things, that when you're marketing, when you're selling, you want to create a safe atmosphere for the people that you're selling to, that you're marketing to, no matter what that is. It's just like in relationship. When we're in relationship with somebody, we want to create an environment that is conducive to that. If I just showed up and I'm like, well, I'm giving you the money, I'm paying the bills, what more do you want from me? To my wife, like, that's rude, that's abusive. And yet we literally come to the table like that. If I went on a date when I met my wife and I was like, all right, you want to marry me? Like the first date, like, that's not good. And yet that's the attitude that most people have when they're marketing, when they're selling. And they're desperate. They're looking for people's approval. They're desperate for other people's approval. Will you notice me? Type of energy. So we have to shift out of desperate energy. We have to shift out of what we call broke-mindedness. Being broke isn't something for you to be ashamed of, but it is something for you to choose to change. And it starts with how you think, and how we talk, and how we communicate, and the people we hang out with, and the things that we do every single day. That is what changes our life. And when you show up, if you're trying to build a business, if you're trying to create a course or a program and market it, and you're broke-minded in how you're communicating, it's no wonder that nobody wants to buy from you as far as that goes. So we have to learn how to be powerful, how to show up with authority, and how to communicate in a way that people want to be around. They want to learn from. They want to spend time with. They want to get to know us and dive deeper into what is there, what can I get out of this, and how amazing is this as far as that goes. And so what happens is, when you do this, when you bring all of these pieces together, it creates a synergy that feels contagious. And so when you have something of value, something that solves a problem for somebody, and then you find the right people that are looking for it, and you use your language, your messaging, you use images. We can generate even some images with AI that tell the story, graphics and photos. And you can start to raise up that buying temperature and desire inside of the person that you're marketing to. The chances of them buying the thing that you're offering and not saying no to it are extremely high, because it's exactly what they're looking for. If I go to the store and I see something that just my mouth starts watering when I see it, I'm going to want to buy that thing. You want, in a way, your course to be mouth-watering. Now, it's not like people are going to eat it, but like there's a version of mouth-watering that happens mentally and intelligently when people see something that solves a problem for them. Have you ever seen something where you found a course or a training or a YouTube video that literally solves everything that you're looking for, and you get so excited inside? Like, you're like, whoa, this is the best thing I've ever seen. So in your marketing, that's what you create. And you create that buying temperature. And then it becomes automatic that people buy from you. And this is exactly what I mentor people with inside of our coaching program, inside of my Client Growth Accelerator program. And so listen, if you're somebody that wants to learn how to attract the right people to you, how to build up that desire that people have to buy that thing from you, to come into your space and to purchase from you, and what are the strategies to do this? How do we do this with our marketing? It goes beyond just tools, and it goes beyond just softwares and Facebook ads. It's about learning to communicate in a way that gets people to take action and gets people to go from, oh, I'm just a little interested in that, to, whoa, I need that. Okay? And so when it comes to you creating a course, We also put that into our courses. We put that into how we communicate in our courses. We put that into how we teach, how we mentor, to create engaging content that people they love and they're drawn into and they want to listen to. And there's a process and a system and a framework on how to do that I mentor people with inside of my accelerator program. And so if I was starting a business today in 2024, that's exactly what I would do. Is I would from scratch. And that's exactly the business that I help people start. And I help them grow and help them build. Is creating courses and then coaching and then mentoring people, learning how to grow in the confidence and belief that they have value to offer to people. And then how do we communicate it in a way to reach people on the internet that don't know who we are? They're strangers on the internet. They have no idea who we are. How do we find those right people at the right time, attract them into our space with either our social media content or paid advertising? And then we can present to them the incredible solution that we have to offer them. So literally what you're doing is you're finding the right people at the right time that want the thing that you offer. You don't need to hard sell them because they already want it. They already desire it. All you got to do is build trust with them, that you're the best one for them to work with. And you might say, well, there's better people than me that are out there. Can I tell you, break that thinking where you're comparing yourself to other people and you're thinking, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not able to show up good enough in this way, and start realizing the beautiful value and incredible nature of what's inside of you. And then watch things start to come together for you in your life and your business better than you ever imagined. Listen, I'd love to work with you inside my accelerator program to do this, to put all these pieces together for you, to work with you, to create multiple six figures of results like we have for our clients. You know, I can actually pull up on here on a page. We have different clients that we've worked with, that we've created results for. Like Rick Pino right here, helped him generate over 8 figures in his business. Like Joshua Giles right here, 7 figures coaching. Sandy Krakowski, 9 figures generated. Here's Kim Wright, over $20,000 in sales with a real estate offer in a down market. Ian Carroll helped him make over $40,000 a month in his business. Dr. Shandeep, over $12,000 in sales in his first campaign running. And you can read these on our site right here. Judy, $37,000 in her first month working with us, doing what I say and teach. And we have testimony after testimony after testimony of people just like you that have been able to become successful in their businesses by learning how to communicate, find the right people, and reach those people at the right time with the right message. All right? So listen, stay plugged into my channel here, subscribe, and make sure to join us in my accelerator program. We'd love to have you in there as a client. Talk soon.